Mission Colombo. Retake control of the orbital elevator facility. Additional operatives will be on site to assist. Vizek himself has escaped, but his rebellion is over. He and a few others will die in the toxic wilderness beyond city perimeters. When we have finished dealing with the church, we can mount a search for the bodies. I have deciphered the coded orders Annika Mirabelle was carrying when you terminated her. She was scheduled to rendezvous with the cult's leadership, the Nine, in Sri Lanka. The church has taken over the orbital elevator at Colombo. From there, they could take control of the moon. Okay, do we have a moon base? Professor Drenner fears that the Nine have plans to carry into practice some of the theories set out in the Codex, namely to enhance the power of the experimental ionospheric recalibration equipment being developed by scientists at the Amundsen research colony on the surface of the moon, and use it as a weapon. Reports from other AIs indicate a global reduction in zealot activity, suggesting that their cataclysm might be about to happen. London Artificial Intelligence. So, drop sites at the corners. So, we're going to be separated again. Lovely. Orbital elevator. Orbital elevator anti-satellite system. What does that mean? I appreciate the information, but nothing here. Retake control of the orbital elevator facility. Okay. I'm sure it all becomes clear. What does the retaking mean? Or how do the anti-satellite systems relate to this? Okay. Yeah, R&D is proceeding nicely. No complaints there. Equipment. Not sure what the purpose of the launcher is at this point. Well, it has a bit more range, but the energy consumption level is insanely high. So I'm sort of thinking of ditching the launchers. Basically to gain room for other things. Disruptor, trigger wire, yeah, these are... might as well keep them. We're kept them so far. More nuclear grenades. Satellite rain. We might as well have one. It's not going to hurt us. I think... well, stasis field. This portable field generator actually alters the rate at which time passes within the field, held in near suspended animation. The reaction speed of anyone or anything in the field is negligible, thus making the target much more vulnerable to other forms of attack. The energy required to activate the field is considerable, and the timing of its operation should be chosen with care. I'll take one. I don't really have high hopes of it being all that useful. Precise timing requirements on these has basically been... it does have a range, though. Is it the effect range? I think it's the effect range instead of I mean, it can't be thrown and used. It's well, I don't know how it's going to be used, but I'm thinking of might be. Should we take more medkits? The other hand, if you have to use medkits, you usually are doing something wrong in the first place. You're usually better off with something else. Not sure how useful nuclear grenades are at this point. We can always come back here if we encounter too much trouble with what we're doing. So I'm not buying extra medkits for now. There's nothing to indicate that we would be in need of them. But clone shields. The thing about clone shield is I'm wondering if they would be more useful if everyone had them. But on the other hand, you basically need to know the map before you can do that, because a lot of these maps, I don't see it making a difference, because the objective usually isn't just go to a place and you'll end there. You'll always have to fight or something anyway, and there aren't that strong defensive barriers that you can't overcome even without them. So it feels like a second playthrough item, I guess. It's, you know what's coming, you know, do you want to use a tool for that? That's what it feels like. It seems like a bad item to carry on with you. I guess the disruptor is sort of the same, and that's why we have just carried it around and done nothing, and it's proven to be totally useless so far. I'm carrying it around at this point because I've been carrying it around the whole game. I don't want to give it up yet because I don't want to. I'd rather carry a useless item in my inventory at this point than leave it alone at this point and then end up noticing later in the few missions we have left that no, it's very useful. I guess some more heavier explosions could be useful. It nukes. That's quite a lot. One satellite rain. I guess we could take Cerberus IFF turrets too, but you'd have to use them very, very, very cleverly, and I don't think we're going to be in a position to do that, so I don't know. Maybe more grenades. Ah, shit. This guy is the one that needs something. Everyone else can leave with the one empty inventory slot. But you have sniper rifle, close range weapon, ability to destroy buildings, persuadertron, health pack. Add more of these. Do we have a stasis field? Yes, we do. Yeah. Don't know is my answer at this point. Buying a clone shield for him. Don't see how it could be all that useful here, but he has the trigger wire and the disruptor, satellite rain, nukes, Persuadatron, clone shield. Wonder if you can use them both. But usually, well, I didn't actually test the idea where if I have clone shield active, can I switch my equipment? I just assumed if you switch it off to something other, it switch off. I never tested that. Well, certainly we can't use it to fight. Well, it won't make much of a difference if we're with a clone shield or not. It'll just drain our energy faster, so it doesn't benefit us in any way. So it might well work. Yep, I think we're good to go. Ah, Colombo it is. I guess the orbital station is next.